Dyatlov Pass incident. Frozen bodies scattered across the snow, a tent ripped up open from the inside, and unanswered questions that haunt investigators to this day. What really happened on that cursed winter night in the Ural Mountains? Mysterious expedition. In January 1959, a group of 9 skilled hikers set out on what was meant to be the adventure of a lifetime, led by Igor Dyatlov, a 23-year-old engineering student. The group included 8 men and 2 women, all experienced in skiing and mountaineering. They aimed to trek through the Ural Mountains in the Soviet Union, specifically to a peak called Otorten, which translates to "don't go there" in the local Mansi language, a chilling omen of what was to come. The hikers meticulously planned their expedition, ensuring they had the right gear, provisions, and survival training. They were all students or recent graduates of the Ural Polytechnic Institute, making them not only adventurous but also disciplined and educated. Their company and mutual trust were evident in the diary entries and photographs that later became haunting relics of their journey. Unfolding events. The group began their trek on January 27, 1959. Initially there were 10 members, but one of them, Yuri Yudin, had to return due to health issues. Little did Yudin know that his decision to turn back would save his life and spare him a tragic fate. The hikers documented their progress through diaries and photographs. Their spirits were high despite the grueling weather conditions, with temperatures plunging to -30 Celsius. On February 1, the group set up camp on the slopes of Kola Siakal, which translates to Dead Mountain in the Mansi language. They chose an exposed location, perhaps to practice camping on steer terrain or avoid descending into a forested area. It was their last known campsite. Grim discovery. When the hikers failed to return as scheduled, concerned friends and family alerted the authorities. A search party comprising local volunteers, students, and military personnel was dispatched. What they found sent shockwaves across the world. The search team discovered the hikers' tent on February 26th. It was slashed open from the inside, and the belongings inside were left untouched, as if the group had fled in panic. Footprints, some barefoot, led away from the tent into the snowy wilderness. The first bodies were found a kilometer from the tent, near the edge of a forest. They were inadequately dressed, wearing only socks or a single shoe, indicating they had fled the tent in a hurry. Subsequent searches uncovered more bodies scattered across the area, some buried under meters of snow. The last of the bodies were not recovered until May, as the harsh weather hampered search efforts. Cryptic clues. The condition of the bodies added layers of mystery to the tragedy. 2 of the hikers showed fatal internal injuries, fractured ribs, and a crushed skull, yet with no external wounds to match the severity. Another was found missing her tongue, eyes, and part of her lips. Injuries speculated to have been caused post-mortem by scavenging animals. Radioactivity was detected on some of their clothing, an anomaly that baffled investigators. The surrounding area revealed puzzling clues as well. Trees near the campsite had branches broken as if someone had climbed them or tried to escape something. There were no signs of an avalanche or any other natural disaster that could explain his sudden flight from the tent. Official inquiry. The Soviet authorities launched an official investigation. The cause of death for most hikers was listed as hypothermia, but the investigators could not explain traumatic injuries found on some bodies. The case was closed with a vague statement that the hikers had submitted to an unknown compelling force. The lack of clear answers led rampant speculation. Theorized that the group had been caught in a military experiment gone wrong, while others suggested a paranormal or alien encounter. The Soviet government's decision to classify the case added to the air of mystery and suspicion. Natural disasters. One of the most plausible theories is that an avalanche forced the hikers to flee their tent in a panic. However, experts argue that the slope, angle, and the lack of debris make this unlikely. Another theory suggests katabatic winds, a rare but violent phenomenon that can create deafening sounds and disorient people, may have spooked the group. Paranormal and celestial. Some speculate that the hikers encountered something otherworldly. The unusual injuries, glowing orbs reported in the sky by other witnesses, and the high radiation levels have fueled theories involving UFOs or supernatural forces. Secret military experiments. Another popular theory is that the hikers stumbled upon a secret Soviet military test. This could explain the radioactivity, the strange injuries, and the swift closure of the investigation. Some suggest that parachute mines or other experimental weapons might have caused their deaths. Modern investigations. In recent years, the Dyatlov Pass incident has been revisited with modern forensic techniques. A 2020 study suggested that a rare type of small-scale avalanche known as a slabber avalanche could explain the injuries and panic. Yet, this theory still doesn't account for all the anomalies, such as the radiation and missing body parts. Documentaries, books, and podcasts have kept the case alive in public consciousness. Each new piece of evidence or theory adds to the intrigue rather than resolving it. Lingering mysteries. Despite decades of investigation and speculation, the Dyatlov Pass incident remains an enigma. What could drive 9 experienced hikers to flee their tent in sub-zero temperatures? Why did some suffer brutal injuries while others simply froze to death? And what role, if any, did the government play in concealing the truth? The case continues to captivate the world because it taps into primal fears of the unknown. It reminds us of the fragile line between adventure and tragedy, and the mysteries that lie beyond human understanding. Conclusion. The Dyatlov Pass incident is more than just a tragic story. It is a window into the unknown. It speaks to a resilience of the human spirit, the allure of exploration, and the enduring quest for answers. As long as the mystery remains unsolved, it will continue to inspire curiosity, fear, and awe, ensuring that the tale of those 9 brave hikers will never be forgotten.